Oh boy, we're live. It's been a while. All right, so today I'm going to be playing a challenge campaign where it's going to be Grease's Gold Tooth, where I only make 3 different types of units. That being the basic Gnoblar, Gnoblar Trappers, and Gnoblar Scrap Launchers. That's right, it is the glorious Gnoblar only challenge run. And hopefully it goes well today without too many issues. Oh boy, it's been a hot minute since I streamed. I guess. Also, by the way, I guess I should note, as part of the rules, I'm also allowed to use allies, like allied reinforcements from, you know, any allies that I manage to get. As you can see, we already have a pretty nice army here, and we're just going to delete that immediately because it is not made entirely out of Gnoblars. I am allowed to use lords, though, although I won't be spamming single lords. They will all have their own glorious Gnoblar army. And yeah, I think that's basically all the rules. But yes, how is it going, everyone? Are people enjoying patch 1.1? Luperden, hello. Welcome. What is this? Too close to a settlement? Can I move? I guess if we attack this guy first, then we can build a camp. But yeah, as of patch 1.1, I've been very excited to get some actual Warhammer games in. The reason I haven't really been able to take the deep dive into that is simply because we can win this, right? Yeah, so the reason is, and yes, we're going to be fighting a lot of these battles, but yeah, the reason is just because I've been busy. I've been very, very busy. There was also just the problem of just running streams. Running streams overall is a lot of work, especially when it slows down your video production schedule, which is my main source of income. So needing to, you know, just make enough, pay the bills, grow the channel, and so on. I did focus on that for a little bit. But now we're finally back. We're finally back to the glorious campaigning. Now, for those of you that don't know, by the way, Greasus, absolutely terrible legendary lord. He has some nice campaign buffs, I think, but his stats are abysmal. 38 melee defense, most have 60%, and 35 speed. He is slower than the armies of Nurgle, but not too surprising as he is being carried by Gnoblars here. And yeah, that's basically it. Are Gnoblars better than goblins? No, they're actually worse. That's right. We found something that is actually far worse than goblins, but you know, I'm sure we'll be fine. Hey, Lord Tywin, hello. Been a while. I see we got Luperden, Dominic, Nymerin. Hello. All right, now let's see. I already feel like I'm taking this battle a little bit badly here. As you can see, these ogre bulls are going to be going at me. But I think if I can just snipe out their lord with Greasus, then we should be okay. He is ignoring Greasus though, so I'll sort of just path my Gnoblars towards him to actually get that fight. And then I guess we'll just throw our range shots at the ogres instead. Lore-wise, Gnoblars are below goblins too. Yeah, so CA, they did implement it correctly, much to my dismay for this specific challenge. They're not worse if they believe hard enough. That's a problem. I don't think Gnoblars even believe that they are the best. Like, I could see goblins, you know, sort of hyping themselves up, but Gnoblars, much less so. Also, by the way, for anyone who hasn't tuned into my streams before, we like to play it pretty fast and loose here, as long as we're not on the verge of death. So do expect sometimes, you know, some faster speed ups in the campaign. And yeah, there will be a few misplays. We're not playing as perfect as Legend. And that is simply the nature of how I play campaigns. But of course, we're not going to be trying to throw by any means, as no one wants to watch me lose entirely. Just struggle. That's really what chat wants to see. And my goodness, are we struggling? Greasus is having the hardest time ever sniping their lord. Man, oh man. Pretty sketchy early battle considering it was only 3 units, but you know, if we can kill this guy, then that might give Greasus some experience that we need. And no, instead he's just going to run away. All right, totally fine. But yeah. So all right. Now there's going to be a bit more sort of storytelling in this stream today. Not like exactly storytelling, but I've been watching a ton of streams, and I sort of wanna level up. I wanna level up my streaming sort of style. A lot of the time I'm just talking about Warhammer tactics and stuff, but I feel like I could do better. And one of the streams that I have really been interested in looking at recently. Oh, look at that! It's a hunter. How not Gnoblar of him? Anyways, so one of the streams that I have been watching, additional technologies. Wow, I can't even make a camp yet. That's not good. Is I've been watching a stream where someone is playing a or no, he's not playing. He's literally just watching a block of ice melt for 10 hours. There you go. We got there. Big name available? What's this? Sure, why not? But yeah, he's just watching a block of ice for 10 hours. And I've been watching that stream for like 6 hours now. Just purely based off of his ability to you know, just tell stories and just be a very engaging person. Is this going to be a problem? This camp over here? I feel like that is going to be a problem. I'd love to deploy a camp, but we can't afford to yet. But yeah, and I'd really like to sort of get to that state. I'd also... Oh, I forgot one of the things I'm supposed to do. If I record here, if it doesn't lag, I need to record while I stream so that I can actually cut clips out and stuff. And yeah, that's sort of going to be a push too. In terms of the whole YouTube strategying. I'm going to be trying to have more streams. The streams will generate clips, and it means that I won't have to spend as much time making the usual videos, which would make things just a whole lot easier for me. Because then I can just really focus on, I can focus a lot more on streaming, more or less. Alright, now... And see, immediately I already jump back to talking about the game, but I guess this is sort of important, this early thing. Yes, it was Point Crow. Indeed. I watch a lot of big streamers just to sort of get a feel for how they run things. Now, let's see, I'm trying to figure out how I start this campaign properly. I think I want the garrison here. We are allowed to use garrisons. And then, let's see, control, growth, casualty replenishment. And then I think the strategy that I did a short test run where I went like 10 turns in. I think we're going to make the garrison. We're going to get Greases to go here. And we actually can't win this battle. Which is obviously a little bit of a problem. But what we can do, we can encircle them. And then just stall for time. Because he won't be able to recruit. And then we can sort of keep recruiting units back here. And then eventually overwhelm them. But yes, one thing that I really want to do, I want to interact with chat more. Let's see. Yes, that's worth it. Over 10 turns. But yeah, watching a block of ice for 10 hours, just like playing Nurgle. More or less, really. I would rather watch a block of ice than do more Nurgle campaign shenanigans. Man, Nurgle is really... I think out of all the factions, Nurgle feels the worst to play for me. Does anyone actually really enjoy Nurgle's in-game, like in-battle sort of mechanics? Because it just feels like you're just blobbing and grinding them out for forever. It's not satisfying at all. But maybe that's just my, you know, my multiplayer speaking. But it really is just, I don't know. As someone who really enjoys the battles for Warhammer, or in Total War games in general, I feel like it's a little bit slow-paced. But I wouldn't be surprised if there were some people that like it. You like multiplayer Nurgle? Okay, that's true. He does actually win some matchups. And hey, Leo, a member for 3 months. Oh my gosh, thank you very much. Saying, love the vids, keep it up. Thank you. Oh man, I'm so excited to get more videos out. I'm like, this month is going to be insane. Absolutely insane. Also, you'll notice I'm not recruiting right now. But yeah, this month is gonna be ramping up pretty crazy because I want to basically get a piece of content out every day I want to post a message like those YouTube posts. If you feel like it's spamming you, you can turn off notifications for that. But yeah, basically I really want to... Nice, we can get the camp down. I really want to do that. Nice, and we can siege. Very good. There we go. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I want to get the posts out. That I'm less passionate about the posts. I'm mostly just doing that because... because apparently it's good for the algorithm, sadly. But it's also cool just as audience interaction. Like, it's not a huge downside or anything, but definitely not something that I'm like super huge on. Nevertheless, I'm still getting that content out. One thing that is pretty fun is posting to members. I've been doing that pretty regularly now. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I guess Leo, if you're in chat. Well, I guess you definitely are in chat. And I'll get to the Nurgle discussion in a bit, but yeah, the plan is to really go hard on that. Like just trying to give more stuff to my members. Because right now, honestly, I've been well, like up to a few days ago, I was really neglecting people that were in the member program. Which obviously is bad, given that they are some of my best supporters. So that's sort of the plan for this month. I'll obviously be trying not to burn myself out, because when you do that, you really just... When you burn out, and man, that's another conversation I can get to. When you burn out, it is terrible for content. Like, if you think you should just, work a little bit harder just to get some more content out, and then you burn yourself out, you lose all the gains that you work so hard for. It's terrible, guys. So I'm definitely going to be avoiding that. Here we go. We finally have our 20 stack, which should be enough to win this battle over here. And then I think I want to just start saving money for my big old camp over here. But yes, Nurgle. Nurgle, what are you guys talking about in chat about Nurgle? Nurgle is the only very hard campaign you've completed? Dang, alright. Can't bring myself to finish any others for some reason. Oh, wow. Interesting. Nurgle's Pestilent Glory. Isn't Vampire Counts the same? Vampire Counts? I don't know. It feels like they have pretty cool magic, but I guess Nurgle does too. Maybe I just haven't given him a fair shot. You know, those, the Toad campaign is not exactly the best representation of Nurgle's abilities. Yeah, maybe that's it. Warhammer 3 was my first Warhammer game. Oh, dang, nice. Really nice to learn the ropes. Okay. You know what? Maybe I'm just wrong there. Maybe I'm totally wrong about Nurgle. I'm seeing a lot of people that really enjoyed it and no one that disliked it. Obviously, there's a bit of a bias there, but still, it's like people seem to really like it. And Kugoth got buffed too recently. He got that sick ammunition buff, so he can keep lobbing Nurglings forever. That's pretty fun. Enjoyed Kugoth's Nurgle stack. Not even matchup wise. You just enjoy playing Nurgle. I know people really like his aesthetic, which is very true. I think Nurgle has one of the best aesthetics, as it's it's very loving. It's very loving. How can you dislike Nurgle? Well, I guess I dislike his gameplay, but that's sort of a different thing. Enticity, you think it doesn't suit my playstyle? It is the exact opposite of my usual micro-intensive type of play. See, I wish I could appreciate more, you know. I feel like that's an important skill for tournaments. Oh, and by the way, for tournaments, let's see, how do I? So this settlement is actually pretty defensible. We need to capture a lot of points here essentially if we want to win this. So there will be some, we will be using some shenanigans, also known as cheese today. But yeah, nice. Okay, here we go. These guys, and then these guys go here. But yeah, so the thing about oh yeah, I was talking about tournaments. Yeah, so I actually won a tournament recently. Exciting news. I know not many of you guys are very interested in the multiplayer scene, but I've been pretty excited getting into domination as of late. I've been really planning to get back into multiplayer actually. on top of posting videos every day. Yes, life is going to be very busy, but yeah, with all of that, I'm pretty excited to try and get some multiplayer content on the channel. It won't be full-on multiplayer content. It won't be replacing the daily upload stuff. But the thing that I really want to do is to try streaming. Try streaming a couple multiplayer games maybe. See what I can do over there. I'll probably have to unlist the VODs because most people watching via, you know, a lot of people aren't here for the multiplayer experience, but I'm sort of hoping that there's enough transfer of people that just sort of want to chill and hang out on stream. And one of the things that I really want to push for too is just really growing the stream community, which is why I'm here now, streaming. Again, not super experienced here, but playing Nurgle right now strikes me as deploy, start battle, walk away, and walk away and come back an hour later. That is not too different from the general Nurgle playstyle. It is very much a sort of a walk forward type faction. You know, you don't really worry about formations at all. So I don't know, it's not for everyone, but I think a lot of people do enjoy it. And it's not like that's a boring playstyle to have a very melee centric sort of just a very melee centric build in general. Let's see what we got. Some Gnoblars here and some ogres. We're going to be avoiding fights where we can, and I have to be very careful not to lose Greasus, because if we lose Greasus, it's all over. And no, I'm not going to be saying it's all ogre. We're going to be avoiding most of those jokes today, as Twitch chat, as YouTube chat has that more or less handled. Okay, let's position over here. But yeah, I really want to focus on chat today. That's sort of my main goal. So if you see that I'm sort of half paying attention to the game and sort of flipping back and forth between the game and chat, that's why. Yeah. You think a lot of people will watch me for multiplayer? Well, so at my peak multiplayer, back in my day when I was really going hard on trying to be a multiplayer exclusive streamer, I think I got to like about 50 people-ish, I believe, something like that. That would watch pretty consistently. So plus like a larger audience from all like the generalist content that I make right now. I feel like I do have a decent chance at that. I don't know if multiplayer is going to be bigger than campaign stuff. I very much doubt it. But if it can get like even decent viewership, I'd be totally happy to fit those in between my usual content cycle. Are heroes allowed, or heroes are not allowed until CA add a Gnoblar hero? That is what's going to determine it. Let's see. I really got to squeeze through here. Tournaments are fun. Yeah, tournaments are really fun. I haven't streamed the most recent ones just because I've been a tired man. I've just been, I just didn't have the energy to do it, but yeah, I would be very excited to get more of that in the future. If we can rout off those Gnoblars, we are set for life. Let's see, let's pull these guys back. But yeah, the multiplayer is really good too, because it also I have decent authority when I can play multiplayer well. I don't know if this is actually an important thing, but I sort of feel like I need to be able to be in tip-top multiplayer shape if I want people to actually, respect the videos that I post. Except for like, I guess the pure sort of very not detail-oriented, but the very like stats-based videos. People can't really argue with that. But like, I can't talk about what unit is stronger or weaker when also the melee buffs are really helping me here. But yeah, I can't talk about what unit's stronger or weaker if I can't even play multiplayer. I feel like I sort of need that just as a general qualification. So there's a bit of that, but also I grew from multiplayer. That's where I come from. Well, that's where I came from. So it's really nice. It'd be really nice to get back into it. Why would you do this to yourself? No, this is amazing. I'm surprised you are unaware of my masochistic tendencies. Yeah, no, this is great. This is great. Look at this. With a 20 stack of Gnoblars, we barely won the settlement battle. But the Gnoblars will get stronger with time. Believe it or not, there are indeed buffs for Gnoblars, and we will be using that, of course, as much as we possibly can for this campaign. This campaign's just painful, by the way. Oh yeah, well, you know, I do feel like the Gnoblar scrap launcher is actually pretty sick in this campaign. Main point being is that you can essentially kite with it, and that is going to be my main source of using micro in this challenge run. And from there, it's just going to be, you know, what could possibly go wrong, right? You just have a bunch of Gnoblar scrap launchers. They're gonna have no armor piercing. I guess I don't have armor piercing, do I? But you know, that's totally fine. Anyways, we can finally ×4 through this battle now, as I do have guys running to the capture points. We are literally just going to win via capturing points here, possibly, unless army losses kicks in, which it might. The auto-resolve will not recognize my power. Well, you know what? In Warhammer 3, we're sort of used to manually playing battles. Because, yeah, the auto-resolve is terrible in Warhammer 3. But I do still love the game. And this is another thing I really wanted to talk about. And man, there was a lot of things I really wanted to talk about Warhammer that I just couldn't because I wasn't streaming. But here's the thing. I very much still enjoy Warhammer. I see comments all the time on my videos and so on of people just using the tiniest little bugs to say Warhammer's a terrible game. Why are you even still playing? Despite them literally watching a YouTube video on Warhammer. But that aside, people use me talking about bugs as a way to talk about how Warhammer is terrible. And people are free to do whatever they want, but I disagree with that wholeheartedly. The reason we even know about these bugs is because we've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours investing ourselves into this game. If I really disliked the game, I would not know about these bugs. I wouldn't be making videos on Warhammer. It is mind-blowing. Well, okay, it's not mind-blowing to me. Like, obviously, people are going to dislike the game. And of course, as usual, they're free to. But like, man, no, like all games have bugs in them, right? The more you get to know, people, the more you will find things that you dislike about them. It is only natural, and I think when it comes to Warhammer, that is very much the case for me. Look at that, +8 armor for Gnoblars, amazing. But yeah, that's very, very much the case for me. I absolutely love Warhammer. I love multiplayer. I've never hated the meta in multiplayer. It's just an awesome game. And of course, right now, I would say Warhammer 3, it doesn't have as much going for it as Warhammer 2. And I know that disappoints a lot of people. But also, as long as it gets support, like equal support to what we got for Warhammer 2, we're basically set. It's only up from here. It's very hard for CA to make Warhammer 3 worse, although I'm sure there will be ups and downs. But yeah, I feel like I really wanted to say that because for the last 2 months, I've been hearing just the endless tide of people complaining about Warhammer, and I feel like I wanted to get that rant out of there, or out there in the world. So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. Oh man, maybe I'll turn that into like a quick video or something, and let that make the rounds. The thing is, it's pretty sketchy because people are always going to talk about the drama. The Warhammer drama, and I know that people are super burnt out on that, but, you know, I guess I'll see. I'll see what people's thoughts on it are, but, you know, in the end, I'm mostly just going to be talking about the usual unit highlights and spell highlights. And by the way, I really do want to get back on the spell highlight train. Anyways, rant over. I can finally catch up with chat. Man, chat is going crazy today. I really want to read chat more, but it turns out telling a story, playing Warhammer, and reading up or keeping up conversation with like, dang, 130 people, dang, at the same time is very difficult. Who would have guessed it? Definitely not me, the guy that started the stream today and planned all of this on top of needing to make a video today. Anyways, man, there's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about. Like Gnoblars, like Gnoblars being the strongest unit in the game. All right, what's going on in chat? We got people talking about the anti-Doom stack. Let's see. Yeah, biggest fans are the critics. Yeah, we got people talking about the earlier rant and so on. Is an early point in inspiring presence worth it? Which one's inspiring presence? This one? I would say not really. The leadership is pretty nice. The experience is not as important. But I don't think it's a terrible choice by any means. By the way, goal number 1, take out this guy. Goal number 2, expand into the Darklands, conquer absolutely everything. Maybe ignore some rifts along the way, and then we'll go into some rifts. But like, until I have Gnoblar scrap launchers, we're sort of wow, valiant defeat. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, Warhammer 3 is the worst game ever. Okay, anyways, yeah, we're gonna play this battle. We're gonna play this battle. The game will not respect auto resolves for the entire run. So get used to it. This is what ×4 speed is meant for. You know, I bound it to a separate hotkey. Speed up is on plus and speed down is on minus. Back from my old speedrunning days. Back from, dang, when I first post my first video. Any first video enjoyers here in chat? Man, it's been a while. It's been a long ride, guys, since I put up that first Lore Master of Sotek speedrun. Been a while, man, but let's not get too nostalgic. We have a valiant defeat battle to defeat. Can we do it? I don't know. All right. Warhammer Total War 3. Yes, yeah, much more accurate. Also, by the way, so another thing to talk about that's been on my mind while I skim chat. You may have noticed the graphics in the game have not improved since I have started the since Warhammer 3 came out. And that is because although I did win a pretty nice PC in a tournament a while ago, I am still waiting for it to be shipped. Oh boy, oh man, yeah, there were so it turns out there were I won't go into details, but essentially there were a few issues, you know, because it requires a lot of coordination for companies, and I have no idea what's going on in the back end. But yes, we are still waiting for that big upgrade, which is actually a little bit of a problem when it comes to this campaign. I was really hoping to get the upgrade before the campaign, because it means we can't ×4 speed at maximum speed. And that is the only reason why I'm disappointed. The only reason. Yeah, it still hasn't shipped, I know. It's been months. It's been months. Oh my goodness. But it's not CA's fault, from what I can tell. And I will speak no more of that. But yeah, it's because the thing is, you can really get through these annoying battles simply by just, you know, ×4ing speed and then sitting through these load screens, right? It's not that difficult. And as a streamer, it means I get to talk with chat more. Perfect situation. But when it comes to, like, you know, larger battles, if I really want to speed it up, ×4 speed will move slower than normal speed, which is obviously a little bit of an issue. It moves at about the same speed as normal speed, but it cuts your FPS by 4. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. So that's why I'm really hoping that we're able to get that upgrade eventually. But you know, we can sort of make do for now. I did not expect him to run away there. I don't know why I didn't expect that, but But I guess this is my life now. Gnoblars, there we go. Now they also have a settlement here. There's this minor problem. They're going to be building a 20 stack of units that are not Gnoblars, and that's going to make my life a lot harder. Which is the fun of it, isn't it? Let's go ahead and get to the next turn. Hey, Raphael. Is that Raphael? Oh, jeez. But sure, we'll say Raphael. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if I'm getting your name wrong. Saying, glad to finally catch the stream. Happy to hear, man. Yeah, I haven't streamed a lot, like in the last few weeks, but we're definitely ramping it up. We're going ham. We're going ham. It's great. Okay, nice. Another another battle over here. Cool. It's Raphael. Yes, I did it. Oh man, I'm gonna. You know, we'll get there eventually. Given enough time, we will eventually learn how to be a proper, I don't know, person. Who knows? Yes. Are you running any quality of life mods? I sort of looked through the mods list. I was really thinking of getting more into the mods for this campaign, but I actually just forgot about it. I can come up with a few reasons why we're not using mods right now. On top of that, but literally I completely forgot about it. I guess that's how important mods are for me, I guess. But yeah, I think I sort of like the vanilla experience. I also haven't played Warhammer. I haven't played 1.1 with I haven't played a vanilla 1.1 campaign yet, so it's not too bad. I think it's good to have you know, the quick experience. So that's essentially the plan. Most mods are for cheating at this time. Yeah, yo, can someone make me a challenge mod? This is something I was thinking about, because I was also watching, like, this is part of Point Crow's thing. So he modded Breath of the Wild, or he got people to mod Breath of the Wild in some insane ways. Like, every time he takes damage, the game starts breaking. Like, permanently. Like, he installs some mod that just completely makes the game super weird. Super weird. And what's it? He has like a bunch of other challenge mods. Like every 3 minutes he teleports. Imagine that, but for Warhammer Total War. That's right. I'm planning to revolutionize streaming campaigns for Warhammer. Essentially doing what all these big streamers do and having some exciting streams go on. Like, that would be sick, right? So, like, I don't know, every 2 turns, my legendary lord teleports somewhere random across the map. Can someone make that? I will pay for that mod to be made. Oh, man. Oh, that would be sick. Oh, I should make this into a video, too. And then they'll be like, who knows? Maybe a modder will come along and just make everything awesome. There were also a set of Warhammer 3 mods. There's a set of Warhammer 3 mods that was really fun for me back in the day, back when I was still playing a ton of gun lines, as that was my favorite sort of style. But let's see, where was I? Yeah, so in Warhammer 3, there was a mod, a glorious mod, that I think was called, what was it? It was like something like the Chaos Tide or like the Green Tide or whatever. But essentially what it would do, it would double the unit sizes of every Chaos faction. So, like, Norskins would have 300 units, or like 300 entities per unit. And like, yeah, all the Chaos, right? Chosen, there'd be like 1 million Chosen in those Chaos 20 stacks. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I loved it because then I could play crazy AoE factions and really abuse game mechanics without feeling bad about it. Oh my goodness. And yeah, I would love to see that. I would absolutely adore something like that for Warhammer 3. Especially as, like, you know, maybe like Zinch, she's pretty good at AoE. But like Cathay with Cathay has pretty good AoE and ranged play. Man, that would be sick too. But like, you know, now all we're getting is like, you know, like the Miaoying Slanesh mod. Like, come on, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for pain. My goodness. Although nothing against that. People can do whatever they want to do. But yeah, I really want some suffering. And maybe I can make a big push for that. That seems like a plan, doesn't it? By the way, money is actually a bit of an issue in this campaign. I need to sort of be very careful that I have enough to actually make the scrap launcher building, and then to build scrap launchers after. You see, it costs 4,000. Scrap launchers are going to be quite expensive too. But yeah, that would be, oh man, that would be amazing. Oh man, okay, what? So much in chat that I'm missing. I'm so sorry, guys, but let's see. You could ask the modding den. See, I wonder, is because I am out of all the Warhammer communities that that I've sort of involved myself with over the years, I think the modding community is one of the last few. I think the multiplayer head-to-head community too, that I have really not immersed myself into. I've sort of just done multiplayer, single player, and speedrunning. Those are like my big three. But yeah, like would modders there want to make a mod if it means they get, you know, good publicity, or are they looking for payments? Like, how does that work? I'll do what I got to do, but yeah, I got to scout them out a little bit. Just admit you're here for the not safe for work models as well. Oh man, you know, maybe I have lied enough in my life. Oh man, see, I can't believe that's one of some of the first mods that came out. I really shouldn't be surprised, given that it is the internet. But anyways, I think it's just hilarious. I really do have nothing against it. Like nothing on a personal standpoint. Anyways, it's a little bit. I guess I don't know. We're not going to talk about it. Oh man, you want pain and suffering? Slaanesh is the way to go. That is also very true. I think like, ooh man, that would be perfect. I love playing Slaanesh. So we could do a Slaanesh challenge run where, you know, get like a This Is Total War mod in, and then get like an increased army sizes. I would love, I think it would be amazing if there was a mod where they could bring back the old Warhammer 2 campaign cheats. Like the AI cheats that they used to get. I miss the days where they would field 320 stacks off of one settlement. I don't think it should be the standard in the game. That seems like a generally bad idea. Let's see what. Take these settlements. You know, we could take this one. None of these are really too good. Anyways. Yeah, I don't think it... I think as part of the base game, most people probably not interested in having the AI cheat. For me, personally, as you all know, I absolutely love it. I would be so excited to have something like that. Wow, this is... You need a lot of growth to get to 8. I guess I should make this building. Whoopsies, that's a bit of a misplay. But yeah, I think that'd be really fun, you know? I want to fight just the hordes and hordes of Empire troops. Make the AI hate me. That would be sick. And then we can just run them down with Slaanesh, because they're really easy to fight off. And then we can confederate them, because we're fighting infinite battles against the AI, and we can slowly claw ourselves back to victory. It's the perfect, you know, perfect stream. And then yeah, that would be sick. Oh my goodness, the ideas are endless. And as soon as I can actually find modders that are able to do that, then we'll be set for life. Maybe I'll do that later today, although I do have a million things I need to do. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good plan, right? Because really, challenge campaigns are my jam. That is the only way I can play campaigns now. Enticity, don't they still do that now? Not as much as Warhammer 2. Especially when you consider, okay, here's my comparison. When you were playing as the dwarves against the greenskins, my first Warhammer experience, yes, I started out playing Legendary because I enjoy the puzzle box nature of it. But the thing is, geez Louise, that's sort of a big army, ain't it? considering my options, I guess we will. We can fight them in the open field, and it's a 14. It's way too big. This army's massive. All right. Actually, we could ambush them. That's a good idea. What was I talking about? What was I going on about? The modding. Oh yes, yeah. When you play as the dwarves in Warhammer 2, the greenskins come at you forever. If you don't wipe them out early, they will overrun you. It's almost like you have to figure out the puzzle to win the early game for Warhammer 2. And it's similar for Warhammer 1, I think also. Well, that's when I first started playing. So yeah, just the greenskins were an absolute menace. And I really do miss that. Because nowadays, if you go to the Darklands right now, the greenskins have like 20 settlements. You know what they're making? Basic, like orcs, basic orc boys, and goblins. And that's it. That's it. You overrun them like crazy. They're one of the largest starting factions. And they can't put up a fight at all. It's way too much of a cakewalk. These guys, they only have 120 stack. And it's all Gnoblars. It's not even infinite tides of ogres. So I feel like the AI, we could give them a little bit more of a leg up, but I'll have to figure out how to fit that in. But yeah, this was like a long time ago. I remember watching like Lore Master of Sotek, and like it seems like a lot of people that play on Legendary, the community sort of views them as sort of gatekeepers. A lot of them are, and a lot of them aren't too. Nice, this is very good. Wow, an ambush. Oh my gosh, the auto resolve is great. But yeah, a lot of people see it like the people that play Legendary as gatekeepers, because a lot of people will go into chats and just be like, are you playing on Legendary? You're not. Well, you're not playing Warhammer the right way. And then they go on and cheese their campaigns away. Everyone enjoys playing their own way. But for me, as someone who doesn't feel like people have to play on the hardest difficulty ever, I've always just enjoyed playing the game as a puzzle more than a sandbox. This is hilarious. They're all trappers in there. Very nice. But yeah, I've always loved playing the game as a puzzle rather than a sandbox. And also, just as a way to improve one's skills. So yeah, that's how I like to get it done. And the challenge is what's really important for that. That's the end point that I wanted to get to. I guess I don't know. Maybe I could have set up a joke there. Anyways, whatever. But yeah, that's sort of the idea. All right, here we go. Let's rush them. Get them, boys. Oh boy, this is sort of sketchy because they're all running right now. But the AI is thankfully pretty janky when it comes to these battles, because they'll just beeline towards the exit. It's the potential mechanic. The Darkland Orc faction literally exists to be assimilated by Goldtooth. Yeah, there's a bit of that too, right? But I do feel like there is a lot of... Man, these guys really do not want to fight at all. Oh man, anyways. Yeah, there's I had an inkling feeling that the AI was just sort of intentionally not playing too well over there. But it does feel like, the Empire, they're not fielding too many dangerous stacks. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like an endless tide of forces like it used to. Says the guy that lost his normal Castalton campaign. His totally normal Castalton campaign, where I decided to fool around a bit and then lost instantly. But nevertheless, I feel like I should have lost that campaign a lot earlier. Like, I shouldn't have... What is... They actually snuck through. I can't believe the AI actually did it. Anyways, yeah, the thing about the Castalton campaign, I feel like I should be losing around turn 20. If we're not losing at turn 20, I don't know what I'm playing. What's it? The ambush battles are weird. You've played a dozen and they don't make sense. I will say this also doesn't make sense. But the fun thing is that we do manage to take advantage of this without having to feel as bad. I should have used this slow, but whatever, it's fine. Yeah, we can, you know, we can sort of be fine with the AI acting weird because I literally only have Gnoblars. This is my early game and late game army. We've already completed our doom stack. So, yeah, there's a bit of that action going on. Man, the late game of this campaign, gonna be insane. There is a side rule that I forgot to put in the description where I am allowed to use allies. We're allowed to use ally recruitments, whatever they're called, which means that every one of our armies can have 4 units that aren't Gnoblars. Gonna be good. Oh man, I'm so excited for this. I am so excited. My goodness. What is this? Wow. Did I get no kills? What happened? What happened? I think we just injured everything. Yeah, the outpost units, but we can only get 4, so I think that's fair enough. Okay, actually what happened though? That was the worst ambush in the history of ambushes. Next time we're just making a wall in front of the exit. I can't even fight this. All right, we'll back up. Yeah, I did gloss over. Gnoblar scrap launchers are also available. Like a stack of about 9 of those is much more likely to be our late game composition. For Chaos Dwarves, you're hoping for lines of goblin chaff. Oh man, Chaos Dwarves. Chaos Dwarves are gonna be sick. That's gonna be real good. So this says 26 movement in the bottom left, but it says 24%. If I read it correctly, we can still ambush. Yes. Yes. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, here's a little bit of a tip. Here's a little bit of a tip. So right now we have 26 out of 110 movement. Movement range is 24%. This says you need 25% to adopt, yet we can still do so. The reason is because these are not actually percent based. It uses your movement as a flat resource. So going into encamp stance uses 50 of your movement, which means if you have more movement in your thing, buffed because of, you know, abilities like, well actually, I don't know why my movement was slightly higher, but anyways, yeah, if your movement is higher than 100, you follow that number instead, and that will let you go into your stances. I saw this on Reddit, and now I'm going to shamelessly make a video on this too, because you know, why not? Okay, where is, what do I even want here? Missile resist? No. Inspiring presence. We're getting our upgrades for these Gnoblars. We want them to be proper fighters. Let's see. K's Lars. Hello. Hello. What is that? Is that like a Gnoblar song? What is going on there? Do they have songs? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that is from some sort of lore tidbit. Also, I should probably recruit units over here. How does one do that? Here we go. Yeah, we're just gonna get a few defense Gnoblars to watch that. I think there's a building that gives me upkeep reduction. Is that just my main camp? Here we go. Upkeep reduction. Yes. Okay, where were we? End turn. Yeah, Gnoblar only campaign. Super exciting. Hey, Katerchen. Hello, hello. I hope this goes better than ambushed again. Now this time we're gonna win the ambush, and we're not gonna auto resolve because that's a terrible idea. What's it? Yeah. This has to go better than the Nurgle, the Nurgle cavalry campaign. I'll probably want to revisit that at some day, but not today. Zmoldir. Oh my gosh, Zmoldir. It's been so long. Oh my gosh, I recognize your name. I'll always remember it. Glad to see you streaming again. You done with Elden Ring for the time? After finishing, I found I really didn't feel like playing it for some reason. Oh, replaying it. Oh yeah, so I haven't beat Elden Ring yet. I am still working on that. There will be no spoilers in chat. If you spoil anything, you will be timed out for the rest of the day. I don't know if YouTube can do that properly, but anyways, yeah, Elden Ring, still amazing game. I've had the itch I've had the itch for some Warhammer content. By the way, we are going to be playing this like a tower defense. Don't judge me. The AI is weird. Wow, and the one time I do it, they're actually going to attack me. Well, you know, I can live with that. But yeah, we're gonna be playing it like a tower defense. Yo, someone should make a tower defense mod for Warhammer. That'd be sick. What was I talking about? Yes, Elden Ring. Elden Ring, amazing game. One of the best games ever. I think maybe not one of my most favorite games, although it's definitely up there. Yeah, just absolutely great. And don't worry, I won't be spoiling it at all in chat. But yeah, I'm very nearly done the game. And as soon as I actually finish that, it means I can once again fully dedicate my life to Warhammer, as most of you would hope for, I guess. But yeah, very cool game. Very, very cool game. I think it's basically Dark Souls, but it's really easy for anyone to get into. Dark Souls meets Breath of the Wild. But yeah, it's very easy for a lot of people to get into, I would say. So it's super nice. If the player gets ambushed by the AI, can you retreat like they do? Yes. Yes, you can. And it's yeah, it's pretty good. Although usually it's pretty hard to retreat from the AI. If they have any amount of mobility, it's just so hard to get across the map. Okay, nice. This time I think we will actually be getting more kills. Thankfully, because man, do I need it. If we are unable to kill these here Gnoblars, we will never be able to take the settlement, and as such we will never be able to expand, which obviously is a little bit of an issue. Yeah, there really should be a Gnoblar Lord. One thing that I've really been waiting for Warhammer 3, and I'm sure most of you guys have been, is the first DLC. I know a lot of people are really excited about Immortal Empires, rightfully so. It's one of the most exciting things ever. But I think we could get some pretty high quality content before that. Of course, as per usual, I don't have any secret knowledge I'm spilling to you guys. This is merely pondering. But man, I still didn't get that many kills. But the thing about Warhammer, is that their DLCs are pretty sick. The campaign for Warhammer 3 is pretty samey. Everyone's just worried about the Demon Souls, much like the Vortex campaign. But like, if you compare the Vortex campaign to Marcus Wolfheart's campaign on the Vortex map, Marcus's campaign is pretty sick. It's pretty great, and I would expect the team. Oh, we actually wiped them out. That makes a big difference. The thing about Marcus's campaign is that, like, I would be down to play Marcus's campaign on the Vortex map. I would not be down to play, say, the Wood Elves on the same map. Or no, not the Wood Elves. The High Elves. There we go, on the same map. Problem being, the Vortex, like the actual objective of the Vortex, is not super. It's not super duper exciting. So I feel like the first DLC for Warhammer 3 is probably going to be scratching that itch that we've been looking for. A little bit more variety on the map that we have them right now. How do you wipe them out? I have no idea. And I probably will not know unless someone in chat tells me. But yeah, that would be pretty hype. I would be very excited to see something like that for Warhammer 3. Just, you know, any type of new campaign to really mix it up. Because for those campaigns, generally, you can focus pretty hard on conquest. Much like the Wolfheart campaign, even the Nikai campaign. So, yeah, that's what I'm really waiting for. C8, so they did say, here comes the theory crafting. They did say that that they wanted to post updates between big content drops. And given that we just got patch 1.1, it means that the next update could very well be the DLC. How long did it take us to get patch 1.1? It took us roughly what? A month and a half, dare I say? So we had a month and a half to get to the first update. right? So maybe, right? Maybe we have another month and a half for like, who knows? Maybe some Chaos Dwarves. That would be sick. Yeah, so that's what I am super excited about. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, that's gonna be sick. Everyone talking about Immortal Empires right now, like that's the something be all end all. There we go, we got there. Yeah, so that should be good. Darizar on the map would be awesome. Yeah, I know, they have no enemies anywhere. The conquest would be glorious. Okay, I am blobbing horribly here. This